I don't know about y'all, but streaming services have gotten out of control, and I ain't going for it no more without at least saying something first. Especially with all the streaming services we have now. Today is a great time to find whatever you want to watch, bruh. And I mean genuinely anything you want to watch. You want to see if a table's actually cake? Mink, you got that right there. You want to see people survive in the wilderness butt-ass naked? Bow, there you go. You want to see a woman survive in a cargo container while she's pregnant? Actually, I'm gonna tell you to skip that one. That one traumatized me. The point is, this is just a great time to start watching shit that you never thought could be made into entertainment. Even look at YouTube. You probably watching this video eating at your desk, because I know I'm about to do the same thing as soon as I'm done recording this video. But back in the early 2010s, the best you really had was Netflix, because they had Family Guy, and I don't care. Family Guy was a damn era. It was a slapper. And Netflix back then was really all you needed. I mean, Hulu tried. I mean, what did they have? Easy A? Who was watching Easy A when I had iCarly staring right back at me? Netflix cleared everything back then. But Hulu was gonna catch up. And they start getting bangers like Family Guy, man. What the fuck? But Hulu wasn't the only one that bossed up. With Hulu came Amazon Prime Video, and then I think Apple TV came out, so it was kind of cool because you had options. And these streaming options had their own variety of shows you wanted to get into. For example, you want to get into more cinematic documentaries, you're hitting Amazon Prime Video. You want a cheesy and an awkwardly bad horror movie, Netflix got you. And if you only wanted to watch iPhone commercials, Apple TV. And in 2023, I'm going to read you the current list of streaming services you can try out yourself. Buckle up, it's going to be a long one. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Prime Video, Apple TV, Paramount Plus, YouTube TV, Peacock, Sling TV, HBO Max, Fubo TV, DirecTV Stream, Stars, Tubi, Crackle, Crunchyroll, Vudu, Philo, Pluto TV, and Shudder. What? I'm sorry, we don't need all of those. Matter of fact, tell me how many streaming services out of that list I just read that you knew about. Ain't no way it's more than 7. And I honestly get this weird feeling from these streaming services. I don't know what cable you had as a kid, but I had Dish Network, and all of this shit starting to feel real cable-y. Like your basic setup to cable, all you really needed was a little TV guide that had the numbers of the channels, so you just picked the number that corresponded with the channel you wanted. To this day, I still remember our cable box, man. Nickelodeon was 28, Cartoon Network was 31. Those are core memories, them ain't leaving me. And cable had a bunch of channels like Spike TV, VH1, Bravo, and Hallmark. And Hallmark just made the same movie over and over again, and you know what I'm talking about if you've watched it. But you had so many options for cable channels, but realistically, you're only using 10 at a time. And you better leave those channels alone. I'm familiar with your game. I know you was using your mama credit card for those adult channels. You ain't slick. And I'll admit here first, I did not realize how expensive cable was at all, bruh. Like, to get 50 channels for Dish Network is $57.99, and that's the cheapest option. For 290 channels, it's $140 a month. Like, yo, imagine throwing $140 down a month on top of an internet bill. Like, I'm already broke as it is, bro. And yes, streaming services are cheaper, but not by much, man. Remember them days when Netflix is $9.99 a month? Yeah, not no more, big dog. That motherfucker is $15.49 with no ads. And Netflix ain't the only one. HBO Max is $16 straight up for an ad-free option. You start adding that math up, and you could look like a motherfucker who was paying for cable in 2007. And you would think with all the advancements to technology and internet, you would think it would be cheaper to watch your favorite shows. But you know two good things can't happen in a row, so shit was bound to get expensive. Well, actually, it don't have to be expensive if you know what I'm trying to say. I do not condone the pirating of TV shows, music, or any forms of entertainment, but if you were able to find a streaming services that showed you them for free, I'm not gonna say nothing. And Family Guy is streaming on YouTube, like what? But it is truly a shame that we're repeating the same cycle that cable TV introduced though. Because back then, people used to get free cable by either getting it from their neighbors or that really nice cable guy, which is literally the same thing as me watching a college football game on Stream East. Or a pay-per-view event you know you wasn't gonna pay for. You know which one I'm thinking about too. I'm not snitching on myself, but I've definitely enjoyed MMA without paying a dime for it. Really, I did. I just went to a homie's house that paid for it. Blessing to the homie. But honestly, it's still wild to see how far we came with technology. Went from a big fatback TV with a cable box to being able to watch anything that I could dream of with something that could fit in my pocket. But now if you excuse me, I'm about to go watch some Netflix.
What the fuck? Netflix $20 a month? What?